To get us started on today's video, we've got a tweet that was shared by 801 XRP. Peter Conti Brown speaks on the FTX saga, saying that the FTX token looks, smells, and quacks like a security. And the SEC, under the aggressive anti-crypto chair Gary Gensler, did not shut it down. What's the difference between a Bitcoin, which probably isn't a security, or a XRP issued by Ripple, and an FTX token? Now, I'm just wondering, how much longer does Gary have to keep us waiting to get clarity in this space?
Institutions that market themselves as banks offering bank-like products. The best we can do, the obvious, is what the FDIC has already done, which is issue cease and desist letters, but only when those institutions use the incorrectly the talismanic authority to say the FDIC eagle approves of your account. When they do everything but this, they're practicing banking without a license. They should be prohibited from doing so. But the regulatory authority that exists on the books today is probably insufficient for this. The same too for, let's take the notorious FTT token issued by FTX, then collateralized and used as the basis for loans from other institutions. That looks, smells, quacks like a security. And yet the SEC, under the aggressive anti-crypto chair Gary Gensler, did not shut it down. And it's not because they didn't know about it, and it's not because they didn't want to. It's because the existing regulatory authority to do so is ambiguous. And so to fill in those ambiguities requires more regulation. And for that regulation to give them the prohibitory authority to say, you cannot do what other regulated entities are doing simply by slapping a new technologist jargon-intensive label on your activities. To do that is non-trivial. It's a lever that requires more of a regulatory framework, and yes, more of a crypto-specific regulatory framework to say, what's the difference between a Bitcoin, which probably isn't a security, or an XRP issued by Ripple or what have you, and a token issued by FTX that looks exactly like a security. And that will require further regulation.
As always, welcome back to Moneyside, your favorite crypto news channel. If you're new here, welcome to the XRP Army. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, that way you don't miss out on our daily crypto news updates. And now, since we are talking crypto regulations, let's recap on some interesting facts that Ripple's general counsel shared in crypto in a minute about the importance of regulatory clarity in the crypto space. 2023 is a pivotal year for regulation in crypto. While crypto projects continue to push the boundaries of decentralization and community governance, the SEC and CFTC will likely push the boundaries of their existing authorities through novel enforcement actions. With neither agency poised to issue new crypto rules, 2023 will be the year of regulation versus decentralization. Listen in.
Asking a lawyer to answer anything in a minute is hard. It usually takes 30 seconds just to say on the one hand and 30 seconds to say on the other hand, but let's give it a shot. Hi, this is Stu Alderodi, and this is Crypto in a Minute. So crypto regulation is healthy because, actually, first there's a misconception that actors in the crypto space do not want regulation. And I think responsible actors in the crypto space actually do want regulation. And the reason they want regulation, it's good for their business, it's good for their customers, it's good for the markets. And the way you get there is through clear regulation. Clear regulation consistently applied leads to predictable outcomes, and predictable outcomes are good for everybody. If you don't know what the law requires, you can't comply with the law. And the law inconsistently applied leads to unpredictable outcomes, which at the end of the day is not going to be good for anybody. So I think that's the definition of healthy regulation. And I think in the crypto space, we're working our way to get there. Some markets get it right, some markets get it wrong, and I got 1 second left, so I'm going to stop. Just love that.
In more interesting news today, Max Kaiser has some controversial ideologies to share. In this clip, he said, "Do you know with the Bitcoin I have, I could buy any freaking senator or congressman I want? I make the laws. He who has the Bitcoin makes the laws." This is very cringeworthy to look at, but just have a look. Someone should stop these Bitcoin maxis at this point.
It's all going to zero against Bitcoin. If you don't understand that yet, you're going to be impoverished. You're going to be on the street. You're going to be begging. You're going to be out of business. You're going to be toast.
Max, do you know that it's a criminal offense to tear up?
Do you know that with the Bitcoin I have, I can buy any freaking senator or congressman I want? I make the laws. He who has the Bitcoin makes the laws, Rand. We're not going to just sit around and let the goddamn Congressman tell us what to do. We've got the capital. We make the laws. We've got the Bitcoin banked out. We got it banked out. You understand?
Now let's shift our focus to a few words shared that Tom Emmer shared in his interview with Fox Business. In the interview, Tom Emmer joined Neil to discuss how Republicans are cutting funding for the IRS to hire more tax agents. Indeed, a new day is coming for the Biden's bloated bureaucracy, and that's thanks to the Republican slim House majority.
Well, good luck getting money out of the new House majority, the Republican House majority, Neil, as we go forward with appropriations bills and the like. Listen, Republicans were elected to the new majority in the U.S. House with a mandate by the American people to address things like this. And, you know, whether it's the 87,000 IRS agents that you just referenced, agents, by the way, that the other side argues are there to chase down millionaires and billionaires, and you and I both know, as do the voters, that's not the truth at all. They're there to shake down every Main Street mom-and-pop business across this country to try and fund the bloated Biden agenda that, frankly, has been driving inflation that we haven't seen in 40-some years plus.
And now as we wind down on today's video, we've got an interesting scoop from Z Crypto. We can see that XRP bulls are building incredible momentum as the community awaits favorable ruling in the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. Sentiment details the bullish pattern in a recent tweet, explaining the upsurge in XRP's price can be credited to the spike in network addresses within the past week. Sentiment also adds that XRP has also seen a spike in social dominance, which has triggered interest in the asset and resulted in a price upswing. Ripple supporters are also looking forward to the final verdict from the ongoing SEC versus Ripple case. Dan Gambardello, a popular crypto pundit, has predicted that the case will get a ruling soon. He expects the ruling to result in a change in the current state of the entire cryptocurrency market. As always, please do your own research and always trade safely, guys. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All the videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. You can let us know what you think in the comment section below and let's start a conversation. Thanks as always for watching. Couldn't be here without you. Don't forget to like this video and please click on that subscribe button. And be sure to turn on notifications, that way you get posted when we put up new content. Look forward to seeing you next time here on Money Side.